Okay, welcome to the video. We're just going to do the 2016 higher level section B question 2 rotation of solids, and you can see I set up most of the drawing here, and I was trying to figure out how to draw this pentagon, and I think I have it. Okay, so we have got a set of gates, and they're basically we have to draw them. Okay, part A is draw the given plan and elevation of an entrance to a sports ground. So you've got a circle here, and there's going to be a pentagon and a star here. And you've got the two gates. One of them opens through 30 degrees here, okay, on this side, and this one opens through 45. I could write it in there, but it'll mess up the drawing. I want to kind of keep it as clean as possible. So our first task here is to draw. Now I've set all this up based on the measurements of the drawing. Okay, they're 110, and that was up 15, and then we just drew these two in plan. That distance there is whatever you want it to be. Okay, from here to here it can be whatever, 40 does it. I did about 25, 26 there, it's fine. There's N and there's O, the rotation points. Okay, so that goes through 45, that goes through 30. I drew my circle. I drew this, found this center point up 180. This is 180 from here to here. Sorry, up 110 and 180 from here to here. I found that center. I drew my circle of radius 55 here. So it's all in the drawing. Now we have to figure out these circles first. Okay, so let's finish off the gate first. So it's telling us that there is a point up somewhere up here and also up here. That's the center of a radius, a circle radius 40. Okay, so we have a circle radius 55, and we know it's going to be kind of touching that circle and coming down somewhere here. So we don't know where the center is. We do know that two circles in contact, okay, that the 40 up here and the 55 here, they will be 40 plus 55, which is 95 away from each other. So all you have to do is set your compass to 95, okay? So I'll do it just on the screen here. Okay, so there's the edge. I'm going to set my compass, try and do it somewhere in the middle here where you won't, it's not really on top of anything. Okay, so I'm going to set my compass here now to 95. 40 plus 55 is 95. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that now is set to 95. And all you have to do is go from the center of that and swing an arc to hit here and hit here, and that'll get you the center right here and here. Now you just have to set your compass to 40. Okay, so I'm going to mark a 40 down here. Okay, so that those 2 points now are 40 away, those 2 dots I drew. Shrink my compass down and set my compass to 40, and you should end up then, okay, with an arc that just coincides with that. Yeah, like that. And the same on the other side. This isn't quite as accurate at this point, but yeah, it seems to be okay. So there we are. So that's how you get this flowing arc here. So that point is 95 away from there. So you set your compass to 95, swing an arc to hit here and hit here, and that'll get you these 2 arcs there. Now, to draw the pentagon, right. The angles on a pentagon are 72 degrees, okay? And the angle at the apex coming up along here and coming up along here will be half of that, okay, if you're coming from horizontal. All right, so 36 degrees. So if I come along here and set up my protractor along the line, and I mark off 36 degrees this way, okay, and 36 degrees the other way. Get my head out of the way there. Okay, and I draw my 2 angles here. Okay, now that's my angles for the top of the pentagon. Okay, so that was 36 degrees in here. 36 degrees. Okay, but I don't know the length. I know the height of it, but I do not know the length of the sides of the pentagon. So what you can do is you can actually draw a smaller pentagon and enlarge it. Okay, so I'm actually just going to pick a side length of 20 here. And that. Okay, and a side length of 20 here. Mark it off. Okay, and I'm going to scribe 2 more points here. Okay, I'll set my compass to that 20 and scribe it here. And scribe it there. Okay, and down here I just set up 2 points there, because what I need the lines at 72 degrees from the bottom here now as well. So there's 72. And here's 72. Okay, now why do I need those two 72-degree lines? You'll see now in a second. Okay, so that way and up that way. So right now I've only got two sides here and I need to find two more. So I'm going to use my 72 degrees here, sliding set squares, so that line that I set up there, and I'm just going to go through this point I drew a minute ago, like that. Actually I only have to do it to one side, because I can draw my pentagon now, like that. Okay, so now what's that giving me is a smaller pentagon. But what importantly it is giving me is the two bottom points here. And what I can do is I can enlarge them out. So from A now, I can go along here and go straight through that point, and also through this bottom corner, which would be E, okay, or sorry, D, and that'll get me the points here and here. And I already have these lines, so now all I have to do is again go parallel. It's getting confusing now, but so I get my sliding set square. That was my line set up at 72. I'm going parallel there, and that's getting me this. Okay, and the same here on this side. Probably the hardest part of the drawing, getting it set up and to there. So that has given me a full pentagon there of the correct height. Okay, now what we need to do, I'm going to just rub out some of those lines, just make them a little bit lighter, just for the rest of the drawing to be a bit easier to do. Okay, I won't rub them out completely, but I'll definitely make them lighter. Right, then just to draw the pentagon, you just join the diagonal. So we already had this line drawn actually, so we just draw a little bit again, a little bit like that, and then we just join this, and obviously that, and like that's a horizontal line, so actually use my this. Okay, and one more line, which is here. Okay, and then we only have to heavy in the actual part of the star that we need. So from here to here, going from here to here. Oh, no, I'm too heavy. And there. And there. There. To there. Okay, so there's our star A, B, C, D, E. Okay, and then our circle, we can come in here. That was radius 40. We can just heavy that now. We can heavy that to there. And that. And there we go. That's actually our finished elevation. And of course, there's a split line up the middle here. Okay. Rub those out just to make that stand out a bit better. There. Okay. I could heavy the top arc in a bit more. I'll leave it off for the moment. Right. Now, the biggest challenge is to rotate the boat. At the bottom it says there, note the logo is on the front of the surface of the gates only, so you don't have to worry about the backs inside here and inside here when you're drawing it. Okay. So the first thing you notice is that the entire star doesn't actually go on to that. It goes over into, so B is actually on this surface here, so you won't actually have to worry about B, but you will have to worry about the other points here. So we have a point here and a point here and a point here and a point here. We are worried about those. Okay, where this split line here crosses through all them, we need the 4 of those. Alright, so let's bring everything down first. So let's bring E down. We only bring it down as far as this line here, okay, because then it has to rotate. We bring D down. Okay, we could bring the inner points, but we actually don't need them because we can redraw the, well, we might need them actually. Actually, yeah, let's just bring them down just to be safe. Bring down that. Bring down this fella. And this guy, and this guy, bring down C, there. Okay, now, it might be worth your while to bring down Yeah, you don't need to. Okay, B doesn't show up. And we've got this part of a circle here as well, okay, that needs to be drawn. Let's just rub this out a little bit so it stands out a bit more. There we go. Okay. Let me just heavy this in again. Okay, how to draw the rotated shape. So we've all those brought down, and then we have to rotate them about O. Okay, so let's go with the furthest out here. So you have to rotate it down, shrink it, rotate it down, bring this in. So all my points are being rotated down, basically, the center of the pentagon, everything. Now you want to label them so you know what you're doing. All right. There we are. Okay, so that was E. E is here, and here. D was here, and here. A was here. Rotates down to here. C is here. Rotates down to here. C to C. B doesn't show up, so we'll give these. Let's just call this S and T for the moment. Okay, so S, comma T are right here, and they rotate to here. S, comma T. So we need those 2 points to join up this kind of stuff. Okay. Right, every one of those points needs to get brought across now to the end view. So you bring them all the way along to this limit line here. So whatever the furthest point on the right of the elevation is, you have to bring that all the way down, and that gets you this limit line on the right. Everything gets brought to that line to go to the end view. Okay, so everything is brought to that line there, and here, and here, here. 12 minutes, I ain't gonna get this finished before 20. There, okay, there. They all get brought up then at 45. That. There. I'll stop them on the XY line. Okay, oh, head's in the way, of course. Here. Here. And there. And there. But we'll also bring up the edge of it here. So that. And that. So let's draw the end view now. Okay, so there's the end post. I'll have to bring over this. And up. Okay, so there's the end post. Looks the exact same on the end view. Alright. I also forgot to bring over top of this. Okay, so that'll be up there somewhere. Okay. Right, let's follow it. E is here. D is here. No, D. A is here. C is here. And S and T are here. They get brought up, and then I'll trace this to here again. E is here. This is D. D is there. A is in the center here. C is there. Okay, bring them up. E, D, A, C. Okay, and obviously ST is the very end of it, so that was S and T and there. Okay, so then all you have to do to bring E and B across is to match up your points now. Okay, so A is here and A is here, so we just find out where they meet. So that comes from A here. Okay, E is over here. Oh, and B is over here. Oh no, we don't have B. S and T are here. S and T is here. I'm just going to cross this here. Here's T. And there's this. Okay. And C is here. Coming up from C. And D at the bottom is here. Okay. And we know that A joins to D if we follow on this. A joins to D, C joins to E, okay, and then D joins towards T here, and E joins towards S, like that. And we're missing C joining to A as well. That gives us our star shape there, which is a bit wonky. If I bring this across, yeah. Where am my line here now? C, 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 no. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, that's in tier over here. Not there. That's wrong. So that line is incorrect. Okay. And this is over here. Okay, so that gives us no. Yeah, it doesn't look perfect, but once I have it in, you'll see now. Okay, so that goes from here to there. From there to there. That goes from there to there. That goes from here to here. Okay, and E, lighten that up a bit. Alright, okay, 16 minutes, right. So there's the star, okay. The edge of the whole thing is actually here, so we can move the bottom of it across, like that, lined up with, drop me, now, fix myself up, my square, I am, okay, and there we go, okay. Yeah, so that's the bottom of it here. And that joins to there. And the very top of it is up to there. Okay, and now to figure out this curve. So what they do to figure out the curve is you can divide it into 60, 30. 60 degrees. 30 degrees. Let me do it this way as well. 60 degrees, 30 degrees. Okay, so this is called as 1, 2, let's get this point here, 3, okay. Let's get this point here in line with 4, let's call this 5, okay. And if you bring this across, that's already 5. Okay, 4 then, well, we go for 1, okay, so let's bring 1 across. Now we have to bring it down. Okay, rotate it around. So it's very, very close to this corner here. Actually didn't have to rotate as many points as I did. It's very hard to trace your lines when it gets this complicated, so you have to be really careful. So I'll do 1 at a time. So that was there. This gets brought across here. So this was 1 in here, and then this is 1 in here, and 1 here. Okay, and bring him up at 45. Up. And that's where you hit 1. Same with 2. All the way to the side. Around it now. 2 gets brought down, I call that 2. Bring it over, 2, up, bring it up, and across. There's 2, 3 then is here, okay. So 3 is already in line, I'm just going to line with the top of this thing here, okay. So now I bring this down, I already have a line going across it. Bring it down, bring it across. Bring it up. Bring it up. There's 3. And then 4 is here. So I'm just going to bring it down. mistake with number 2. I should have rotated it. Let's go back again. That's actually 2 there. Okay. That's a line with another line already. So let's go up. Up. That's actually where 2 is. It's very close. There we go. 3, I did the same thing. So 3 actually needs to rotate. So that's actually 3. And this is actually 3. I bring that across to here. A lot of lines on the page now, it does get confusing. Okay, and I bring that up. And that's where 3 is. And 4 then, I didn't rotate that yet, so I'm going to bring 4 here. Okay, that's 4, and that's 4. Bring it across. Bring it up. And up. And there. 4, so our curve. Looks like that. Okay. So that's the curve there of that, getting these points. So very importantly, they get brought to here, and then they get rotated, not straight down to it, which is what I accidentally did there. It's easy to lose your concentration there. Just this part of the circle here, okay? Let's get the 4 points in here, 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 and here. Okay, let's call them P, Q, R, and S. Okay. So S gets brought here. Rotated down. Oh, I already did an S, didn't I? P, Q, R. I'm just going to call this L for the laugh. Okay, L there. That's L there. Bring it across. Bring it up. Bring it up here. And actually, yeah, and then bring this L across there. That'll get to this point. Okay, we also need to bring this point across, which is easy enough. That's just straight on the edge. So there. So there's 2 points on the curve. R here is actually on the star, so we should just bring that straight across. There. And Q is on the star. So we need to bring it down and rotate it. So bring Q down. Okay. Put that. Q, bring it across. There's an awful lot of lines on the page now, so you have to be really careful. Where did I find it now? Q is here, and there, up to here, up to there. Oshin, will you be quiet? And there's that, and then there's just P here, which is straight on the pentagon. Okay, and here. This point here straight on the split. Okay. We have to bring P down. P. I'm going to have to rotate it around. Across. Just have to slow down this video if you can't follow, but every point is just brought to there, and brought up, and there it is. Okay, so it's P, Q, R. Now this one I called L, and you just draw your curve then through them. And that's that curve. Okay, the other side you can figure out by yourselves and look at the solution to do that. It's 25 minutes, guys. I have to stop this. Okay, hopefully this video was helpful enough for you. An awful lot of lines here, so you might want to pause the video a lot and slow it down using the half speed button just to figure it out. All right, thanks, guys.